So, hi everyone. Our second topic is emotional connection with wealth. Something else which we would like to include in our seminar with Tahir Hussain. And you are welcome to just watch our series. We will post one more other series. We already have posted earlier about success, and today it's about emotions. So let's go. Tahir, what do you think about emotional connection with wealth? What
Right.
does it mean
So,
for you?
emotional connection with wealth. Let's talk about emotions for a minute. As a baby, when we are raised up to become an adult, massive emotions impact us, influence us. And the same is true not just with our personal lives, but also with the wealth emotions around us. For example, what words and vocabulary you use around wealth. Interesting observation. And those words are connected to your thoughts, which are connected to how you feel about wealth. So that's one thing. The second is, what's your body language around wealth? That do you contract or do you expand? Do you worry or do you get excited around wealth creation? And that's again related to the emotion, because thoughts that happen in our heads and minds, and we spoke about that on our last video. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch that video. Create the meaning that determines the action we take, and that's the second emotional connection. And the exercise from this is two things. Anytime you speak about wealth, number one, what are you writing? If you're not writing anything, what are you thinking? What do you think about wealth? Is money evil? Are all rich people evil? Is that what you're thinking? Because at a subconscious level, maybe that's how you grew up. At least that's how I grew up, by the way. Just so you know, you don't know that. I grew up in a family which was financially not rich. And if you made too much money, oh boy, be careful. People, you could change. Money is evil. So what languages are you following? Make a list of that. What vocabulary, what words, second list, come out of your mouth when it's around wealth, when you're going to a bank, withdrawing money, getting your paycheck. Most of us get paychecks and we're stressed because we know the month will stay and the money will finish. Like, oh my God, my salary has come, but see, with that emotion, you're not gonna create wealth. You can't panic in a relationship and have intense love in that moment. It's hard. You can't be
Yeah, yeah.
angry and loving in
Exactly.
that
You have
moment.
to somehow embrace it, right? To embrace that it's
That's
okay
right.
to earn money, it's okay to have money, it's okay to talk about money. Yeah, that's really
Yes,
true.
absolutely. So the second is the words that come out of your mouth. Make a list. The third, your body postures. How do you get restless? Do you get agitated? Do you get, oh my God, let's not talk about it? So what's happening? Make a list of this. And this will be your diagnosis on your emotional connection with wealth. If I ask my students to make a list of these things, and if they just showed me the list, I can tell how rich or poor they are financially. See, so it's a no-brainer, and that's what we will, of course, talk a lot more about in our more detailed seminar or session as well. Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice, and I hope everyone who's listening learned the steps, because it's really important to actually like like same like procrastinating, when you say something that will happen and then you are really like it will really happen. So you are just saying it and you will make it happen because you are visualizing it. It's also another technique that we will show you. And also from the branding perspective, if you come, I just took two things from your introduction here, Tahir. The first one was the words and the vocabulary. So the same in a brand. If you want to have a successful brand, you have to put your emotions into words, and these emotional words become your brand, because you are expressing how you actually digest emotion, how you feel about everything happening around you. And if you put this into your brand, basically it will help your brand to attract those people who are feeling the same way. But if you don't put the emotion in the words, it will be like a dry brand, which is not, it will be like everyone else. Your personality will not come out, and the people will be not attracted to your brand. Imagine how many people are now on the market, so you have to be different to attract people. So this is one thing that we will talk about it more, which kind of words are actually that you have to use for your own brand, because everyone has different words, everyone has different emotions, everyone has different ways to digest things, fears, and everything happening around them. So your words for your brand will be always different, right? So that's for the wording. You will have a lot of information about this at our seminar with Tahir. And then the next one, it was really, I'm so happy that you mentioned body language, because body language is also something that is amazingly important if you have a brand, because you not just on paper, right? If you are an entrepreneur, you have to go and you have to meet people, you have to do videos like this, right? So immediately, if I'm sinking down and I'm talking to the audience like this, and I'm changing my body language, my brand is not as strong. But if I'm changing up, I'm creating a different position, then already the power, you can feel it through the screen, that now I'm speaking and my voice is stronger because my body language has changed. So the body language is actually helping you to suppress your emotions also a little bit, so that you can get a little bit more confident. So you can, as we say, a little bit fake it till you make it. But when you are not doing the body language, right, and you try to fake it, it will not work. I can speak louder like this. No one will listen to me, right? Like I can be like, yes, I'm Andrea, I will teach you how to do your brand, but it's not convincing, right? So you have to go up and you have to already use your body and create that kind of atmosphere around you. So we will speak a lot about this topic at the seminar, how your body language, how your grace, your poise, and all the things about creating your presence. How could those American movie stars be so famous? Because all of their movements were actually creative. They had to do that so that they are looking gracious, and when they look gracious, they attract people to watch the movie, right? So that was their brand, that is their brand. So we will talk about this more, but I'm really happy that we have so many connecting things, the two of us in our methodology. So I think we can give a lot to the people together. It's complementing each other. So. Nice. Anything to add to this topic? If you would like to talk more about emotional connection, something else that you would like to mention as a last point, Tahir?
Yes. If your emotional connections with wealth are not aligned, you might get lucky and make some money, but you will lose that money equally quickly. So we have seen sometimes people say, "Hey, I'm not emotionally good, but I made that much money." You don't get to keep it; you lose it pretty quick. So that's the danger part about that. And if someone usually say, "Hey, who cares about emotions, about money? I just gave you some homework, so please do that." And you will have an oh my god experience. So yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. And it's the same with brand. If you are emotionally not connected to your brand, you are not passionate about your brand, actually nothing will happen, because people will get bored because your message will not go through and your brand will be not as powerful. So it's working the same way with wealth and with brand. So that's why we created this seminar where you can actually check how brand and wealth and branded wealth can bring you success.